Good evening. Let's try this again. Take two. This is Card Creating with Jean. My name is Jean Ducro, and I am an independent Stampin' Up! Demonstrator. And welcome to Tuesday night Stamping with me. We're going to make a couple of graduation cards using our product of the month, the Botanical Vellum, Berry Botanical Vellum. And I thought we'd take a couple of the sheets from that set and make a couple of cards. So that's my plan for tonight. I hope you're having a good Tuesday. I went for a walk, and what else did I do today? Oh, did a little shopping. And yesterday I was outside most of the day. I did get all of my plants planted, all my seeds planted, so I think I'm good to go unless I decide I'm going to add something. I do have some areas that I could still plant a few things in, but I don't know. We'll have to see. It would be some kind of a vegetable or something I need to plant yet, but we'll see what I decide, or if I'm inspired when I happen to pass by some plants that are for sale. We'll just wait and see. But I got my lettuce and spinach and peas and beans and all in with the tomato plants, and I got all my plant flowers in that I had bought on Sunday, and I felt pretty proud of myself that I got it all done in one fell swoop, because normally that's not the case. It usually takes me a couple of tries to get everything done, but of course I bought considerably less this time than what I normally do. So anyway, if you're watching this for the first time on Facebook and you want to follow me, please hit the follow button and like, and I appreciate it if you share my video with people too. I'm always trying to grow my business a little bit, and I love sharing the ideas that I have with other people for making cards and showing how actually easy it can be for a really nice looking card when you get done. And if you're watching this on YouTube, I am always live on Facebook on Tuesday nights at 6 o'clock Central Time and on Sunday evenings at 6:30 Central Time. So if you want to catch me live, that's where I will be. We normally do a drawing each time I'm on, so if you have commented on what I'm making or said who you are and where you're from, I will enter you in the drawing for one of the cards that we make that evening. So the cards that we made Sunday evening, I'm going to be drawing tonight, and what I make tonight will be drawn next Sunday. So that's the plan there. So if you're on YouTube and you want to be notified when I upload a video, you can go ahead and click on the bell and give me a thumbs up. I really appreciate that. So anyway, I think I am about ready to flip the camera down and get started, because the first card we're going to do has a lot of steps to it, and it's just some die cutting and things like that that are going to take a little bit of time. So let's get started, and as you pop on, make sure you say hi. Bring this down. Oh, and I grabbed the wrong one. Let's see. Bring this back. I have a hard time seeing this. I have to get up on my tippy toes. All right, now I gotta exactly see how far back I can go when I'm stamping. It's not too bad, so I think I'll leave that there. This is the link to my store if you want to order something. I would love it if you would order from me. I appreciate it. And any orders of product that is $50 or more, you will get a little something from me. Hi, Shar. Hi, Kelly. Thank you very much for popping on. And Shar, thank you so much for sharing. I love that. So I'm getting ready to get started here. We are going to do something with the butterfly stamp and punch. So that's going to be part of our what we're doing. And I've got the stamps right there. We are going to be using a little bit of the bubble bath ribbon. As you can see, I've got just a tiny bit left. And I've got the dark Night of Navy blend to use. So I went ahead and I cut out this piece of this die cut, excuse me, and that is from the Delicate Whispers, and it's this, excuse me, it's this piece, which is a standalone die, pardon me, not the one that cuts out. We are going to be using one in the other stamp in the other card that we're going to make using this as well. And like I said, we are going to use the Vellum from the product of the month. I'm going to use the Botanical print and then also this Fresh Freesia kind of plaid check, whatever you want to call it, in the second card. I also grabbed a piece of the pastel shimmer paper. This is the bubble bath. It's not quite the same color, but it goes fine when you put them together. We're going to be cutting something out with that. All right, let's get started here. I'm starting with a piece of bubble bath cardstock that's 8.5 by 5.5, scored at 4 1/4. And I just want to make sure that this is lined up well. Get my little funky glasses on here to see if I'm doing it right. Hi, Carol. I'm glad you could join us tonight. I know that sometimes people don't like to use vellum because they're not quite sure how to go about using it. I just say get in there and try it. All right, and then the piece of vellum is 4 by 5 1/4. We're going to do this in the landscape position. So it's going to go on here. But the key to using vellum is always, how do I glue this on? You have to start building your card from the top down to the vellum, not from the base up. So once you get what you're going to have on top of the vellum, you'll be able to flip it over and you'll see exactly where you need to place glue to adhere it onto the front of the base. So this is a piece, I think it's 3 by 4 1/4. Yes, it is. This is going to go on the inside. I'm just going to set that aside for right now. I have a piece of Night of Navy, and this is kind of just a scrap because we're going to be cutting out this as well. And this is another scrap that happens to be a 1/16 of an inch larger than a 1/2 inch width. So a 1/16 of an inch larger. And let's see, what's my length? It's about 3 1/8. Maybe just a little bit more than 3 1/8. It's just a scrap. All right, so I am going to start by, actually, we're going to take the Night of Navy, and I am using the branching out dies, and I have the largest two, and I have laid them out. Well, that did not work, did it? Came apart. I wanted to try to get them as close together, but as even, excuse me, as possible. And we are going to put this on the Night of Navy. So a challenge. Okay, I'm just going to go ahead and cut this out. I've got my, I'm not going to bring the cutter up on the table. I'll just have it right next to me here. It makes so much noise. And okay. We have this piece. Back. I know I need to get a new plate, but I think the plates are on back order right now. I think they're available later this month. Okay, this piece we are not going to use. And what I did to get this piece is I just cut this straight across to get this tag. Because I had, on my sample, I thought, well, I don't need to cut another piece of paper. I've got that I can use. Okay, so we have that. And now I want to do something similar with this one. But I don't want this center one that I have on here, which is the next size down. I want the next size down from that. So let's see if we can get this lined up on here. I'm going to give this a little bend here so that it doesn't rock up in the air. It makes it a lot easier to try to line it up. So I think I'm going to grab a little piece of this tape. I've had this floating around for eons. I thought, I'm going to use that. Whoops, that's not the beginning of it. The only thing is it's hard to find where it starts. Oh, for Pete's sakes. Maybe I'm not, oh, there it is. I think it's right here. Yep. I want to get this big one to lay without moving around a little. Makes adjusting the inside one a lot easier. Okay, now, come on. It's looking fairly good. Like so. All right. Now, if I can get it over there without it popping off. It's always the key, right? Can't tell you how many times I've done that. Halfway over to the die cutting machine and I completely lose it. But I've got more paper if this doesn't work. We say it's only paper. Okay. So what I'm going for is just a wider frame, and I'm not using this pink. I'll put that aside to use something else. And what I want is that. Alrighty. Oops. Come on. Stay on the magnetic board. There we go. Okay. What I'm going to do is I'm going to add some glue on the back of this. I'm going to mount this on here. What I want is that little bit of pink to show through underneath. And we'll just get that mounted on there like so. So let me get some glue flowing here. And it's best to have it set up just a little bit. Makes it far easier. You don't have any coming out the sides. Okay. Just gonna set that up there. All right. So let's see. We are going to stamp our butterflies on this in Night of Navy. I'm using the butterflies that will give us just the outline of the butterfly. I tried this several different ways. I tried using embossing powder, and it was too watery. The color was too watery looking. I'm going to bring it into the corner here. There we go. All right. Let's get over here and add that to it. And we are going to actually emboss our greeting on the front. Our greeting is going to be congratulations. So, put that aside. Get my little paper and hi Pam, welcome. All right. There we go. We're going to emboss it in white, if I didn't say that already. Oh, I thought there was a hair on there, but it's not. This just fits on here with just a little bit on each end, which will be great. We will use our tweezers, or a set of tweezers, to actually hold it while I'm running the embossing fold over it. Let's put that aside. And something else for the embossing powder to stick onto. Don't need that. Okay. And put that back. That back. Get some of this stuff off the table. All right. That looks pretty good, but I'll give it a little once more, just in case. All right, put this back, and then we'll fire up the heat gun. I like the look of white embossing on a dark color. I think it's kind of striking. All right, let's use the tweezers. Sorry for the noise. have got it. All right. Let's go back to our little piece here. And grab the frame. I found it easiest to start just in one corner. And then bring it up and across and down. I think we have it. Let me just look on the back. Yep. There we go. Okay, so here's what we have so far. I tried different colors. I tried purple. I tried the fresh freesia with it. Didn't care for it. It was too many colors. And didn't give it a pop like the Night of Navy does. And this is actually Misty Moonlight, but I didn't think I'd care for that paper with that. I thought the Night of Navy looked a little bit nicer. So, sorry, my nose constantly drips. This is going to be popped in the center. We're getting there. Slide that off. We're going to take our little piece that has been die cut here. And I need to take your pick tool. Where's it? Oh, here it is. Pop that out. Okay, I thought adding that little bit of extra white with it would be probably best. All right, and then I thought also adding a little bit of the pink down on one end with some loops. I tried tying a bow, that didn't work. I didn't care for how it looked. Okay, gotta go this way. I like doing it this way. It doesn't use so much of the ribbon. Okay, let me flip that over to see how that kind of looks. I'd like it to look like it's kind of gathered together, the ribbon. And we're going to put a piece of Scotch tape over the top of it, like that. So it looks like it's kind of gathered together behind. And we'll put just a little piece of Scotch tape on there for extra security. And I always cut a piece that's too big. There. There. And we'll cut off our extra end. Get the ribbon scissors out. or a different one. There. That's all there was to... I started out with a double bow and I didn't like it. It was just too much. Alright. We're getting there. I am going to add some dimensionals on the back of this. Find our little dimensionals. Come on, where are you? Okay. I think it looks nice when it's popped up. I'll get this on and centered, then we can actually glue this all down. Oh, why don't I put a little glue on the back of this so that it's set up. Like I say, there's... Oh, geez, Jean. There's a few steps to this, but it looks pretty cool when it's done. You know, how many graduation cards do you really have to give out in a year? Maybe some years more, but if you have kids that are in a class. There. Let that sit for a second. All right. These just fit perfect between. Okay. It certainly was windy today. I was surprised. I didn't realize it was supposed to be so windy. When I got up this morning, I said, oh my gosh, look at all the little branches on the out in the lawn. It's like the poor leaves just opened up and now they're getting ripped out of the trees. And I think I heard that up by Ushar you had quite a bit of wind. Hopefully there weren't any trees that came down or any problems with electricity going out. Excuse me, I can't talk. Okay, we're going to make an effort of trying to get this on here even. That's okay. That's pretty good. Okay. This is going to go here. I'm going to also pop this up. This one I can use. I think I have another one back here. Yes, I do. Let's see. Alrighty. To see my sample here. Okay. Getting there. All right. We're to the point, where's my base? Here it is, that we can put this on here. I am going to add some Wink Stella on this. As soon as I find it. Where did it go? This doesn't belong here. Oh, for Peter's sake. Where did the Wink Stella go? keep it in this box here. Oh, well, doggone it. I don't have that much on my desk here. What did I do with it? Got that. Well, guys. I guess I get another one out. I'll find it then, you know. It's getting down towards the end anyway. Why don't you look in here one more time? Nope. Come on. Take that little black ring off. Put this back on, and then shake it up. Squeeze it until it starts coming down. Come on. Yep, there it went. We will just use from that. I don't want to do the body, just the wings to give it a little sparkle. Oh, almost only did half of that one. It's always that first drip that never wants to cooperate. So it's best to do it over something, not your project, so that you aren't disappointed if it gives you an oops. I usually just stick it on the corner here of my silicone mat, and there we go. Okay, now I'm going to go ahead and stamp the inside while that's setting up, and we're just going to stamp it on your graduation day, or on your graduation. Congratulations on your graduation. And I'm going to stamp that in the Night of Navy. I can't remember if I put anything else on the inside or not. I did not. I just left it simple and sweet. Get this put away. And we're going to use the same sentiment on both of them. It gives you a little opportunity to write a little something of your own on the card. And this is from the Seasons to Celebrate. right. Put that on the inside, and we're almost done. Now you can see on the back side of this, there's a line here from where we put the congratulations. You could put a few dots in here. And then I would run some adhesive around the edge here. Normally I like to use Stampin' Seal. Let's see how good that's going to work for us. Here. And I'm going to maybe just put it on the corners here. Should have. A little lumpy because we got the embossing, or the dimensionals in there. And maybe one across the bottom here. Because it's going against some light paper, chances are you're not going to notice it. There. If you do use glue, it will want to wrinkle a little. It just does that once it gets wet. So if you can try not to use that, it's best. I used glue on the first one that I did, and I ended up having the corners were curled up. So I just took a tiny bit of glue on my finger and rubbed it around, and then went underneath the vellum and just put a little bit of glue on the four corners. You couldn't see it. It was fine. All right, let's see what we got here. I need to trim this corner just a smidge. Now we should be able to get it lined up really well. Okay, and then I like to bend the wings on each side of the body so that it's a little U-shaped. I gotta get this back out because it helps with gluing them on. We're gonna put these on the front. You wouldn't necessarily need to put any other embellishments on this card. I did not on my original, but this would be a sweet card for a girl that's graduated, I'd say. And I just kind of go like this and pull my wings up while I'm holding it down so that the glue makes sure it catches on the vellum in those little spots. Do you think it needs to have some other embellishments on there? You let me know and I'll grab some. I only had this out in case the bodies did not stamp out really clearly. I had one that I did that I needed to add that to. Here is the one that I made. for a sample. I thought I'm going to embrace this vivid paper and see what we can do with it. I'm glad you like it. Oh, thanks very much. Okay, let's go on to the next one. This up here, and we're going to use that fresh freesia for our background. Look what I found. I don't know why I stuck that in there. Okay. Come on. Get all these little pieces out. All right. Well, while we got this out here, I'm going to stamp right away. See how good I am at my aim here on this. We're going to give it a shot. I could put it on the stamping positioner. If it doesn't work, we might have to cut another one. This is going to be a monochromatic card. Let's see. I think this looks pretty good. Fingers crossed. Well, I don't know if I could have gotten that any better if I would have stamped it on white paper and then cut it out with the dies. Okay. I'm going to grab the light fresh freesia, and I'm going to color in the leaves only. Come on, turn. There we go. As I was working on this one last night, I kept thinking, oh, I should pull in some other colors. I should pull in some other colors. But I really liked the way this was going, and I thought, no, just stick with this. And I really liked how it turned out. Okay, so there we have our flower. I did take this die here from the, all right, where's the name of it? Oh, it's the, oh, Sweet Words and Labels, boy. And this is also from the Sweet Words and Labels, and I went ahead and cut out the white cardstock for that. I just wanted to make sure I showed you. This was my oops from not using the fresh freesia frame on the last card. So I had this one left over. I thought, oh, I'm going to use that with this card. Okay, so we're starting out with a 8.5 by 5.5. We're going to score it at 4 1/4. This time it's going to be in the position of portrait, not landscape. Come on. All right. And that did not score right, I don't think. Forward just a wee bit. I hate when you do that and then it scoots back on you. Usually I don't have that trouble on the mat here, but sometimes I do. Okay. Well, it would be good if I had the vellum. I didn't cut that piece. So the vellum is going to be cut at, is that right? The white is 4 by 5 1/4, and that's going to go on here. This is going to be 3 3/4 by 5. I remember I had to cut a little more off. This is thick vellum. You can certainly tell when you go to cut it how it drags. Okay. I liked it best against the white, so hence the reason why I'm doing it on the white. And the white's going to go on here. All right. I'm going to go ahead and put the white on. I like this one. It's kind of fresh. Okay, so then this was the one that I cut from the second to the largest branching out die. And that's going to go on the center. Put this aside for a little bit. This I don't need. It's a scrap. Okay. So this I'm going to put on with the Stampin' Seal. Make sure I got the right side. Yes. Whoops. Here we go. All right. There we go. This is going to go on here like so. I liked the combination of using the two different forms on here. And we are going to stamp congratulations on this piece. Get our little piece up here. I've got the ink still open. And this fits on here perfectly. Like so. Alright, now I want to take, I went ahead and cut these, and we just need to pop them out. Get the little pieces out that will end up on my desk. Got one. I like these feathery pieces. Okay. My little magnetic board is getting full over here. All right, so now we're going to take these die cuts and I'm going to add ink to them. We're going to use fresh freesia. I just want to darken this up a little bit. I had enough ink still on here that I didn't need to add any more. Okay. I'm going to just bring this over here. I've got, and this piece is going to go on here. And this. And this. And then I've got a couple of these long guys. I think we're going to put those in the back. Just makes kind of a fresh, clean card. And this is going to go over it. Actually, I'm going to bring it up a little bit. Like so. All right. Let's do some gluing. We'll put these two back ones on first. With just a little spot of glue. Like so. And so these dies are from the oh, I had it up here just a second ago. Where did it go? Tonight's the night for losing things. Here it is. Delicate Whispers. I love this set very much. This we are going to pop up with some dimensionals. Oops. Let's see. Trying to use up my leftovers here. Okay. I'll put that on. And now these guys go over on the sides. Just putting a tiny bit of glue on the center of the stem, part of the way up. The rest of it is going to, the base is going to get glued down with this going over the top of it. So it is not that necessary to put a whole ton of glue on there. I got glue on my fingers though. Okay, so we are going to add a couple of dimensionals, one on each end. I'm going to use the big one. Break into my new one here. So one on each end to go over the top of that. Bring this down. This is going to be okay. If it's not, I'm going to be moving it. Yep, not okay. Bring this down a little bit. Alright, let's get this glued down. Actually, I added dimensionals to this as well. So top. Trying not to put a dimensional where there is another one already, just so that it doesn't make this too thick for mailing. And that's going to go on there. Whoop. Get this up. I see I'm slightly off camera. just trying to center these little bumps. Okay, this one's got to come down just a little bit to make it straight. There, got it. All right, let's grab our card. And this is going to go on here. And I'm going to use the seal. It's just the regular Stampin' seal. Oh, get me the right way up here. Look at that. Okay. And now we're going to stamp the inside with our On Your Graduation. There. I don't think I put anything on the inside of this one. You could always do another die cut and add a little bit on the inside. I thought about doing the one flower. There's a single flower with some leaves. Nope, I didn't do anything. It's this and nothing else. I stopped in at McFarland House Cafe today, the coffee shop, and talked to the gal to see if she wanted me to bring any graduation cards in for them to sell, or Father's Day cards, and she said that the Mother's Day cards went in one day. She put them out and they were gone in a day, which made me really happy. Because I wasn't sure if she had gotten them out in time, but obviously she knew more than I did, and she did. So there's our second card. Get the first one out, take a look at. And again, I didn't put any embellishments on there. I was looking at the little butterfly embellishments. Let me grab those. They are in the They're in the in colors. I don't know. Let me see here. Well, that kind of goes, doesn't it? We're going to put that on there. Now, it should be this one. Is the tiny ones. Ooh, I'm so glad that we're using these because I haven't used them at all. Another little one. Maybe down here. Oh, I like this card a lot. It really amped it up. I hope you can see that. And they're just so cute and tiny. And that's in that really light pink. What is it? Barely Blush. Yes, I like that. And if you wanted to put any Winkostella on there, you can. On my original, I put it on these. And I put it on after I had already put the card together. And I thought, well, you know, it could go on these flowers here, which would make those pop a little bit more. So that's what we got tonight. Let's do our drawing. Get this out of the way. Come on, go in there. All right, drawing. I'll put these two cards down below where I keep them. We're drawing on Sunday. Okay. So we did the same color schemes on both cards for these. but they are completely different. So, happy birthday, and kind of a thank you card for this one. And this is the one that I used a little bit of the white Stampin' Up gel pen. That worked really slick. I like that. Put that on there. So, let's see who gets the prize tonight. The inside stamp, oh, I'm sorry, was from that same set that the outside is from. So you have, congratulations on your graduation. See, reason to celebrate is what it's called. All right, let's have our drawing here. See who is lucky tonight. Come on, I can't get a hold of one. It's Lori. And I bet you she isn't even on. She is not on. I will have to send her a message. Lori. All right. And then a couple of things that I wanted to make sure that you are aware of is that I am doing a class on this set coming up on the 13th and 14th of June, your choice. You're going to get a package of the Designer Series paper. Oh, you guys, thank you for the hearts. I so appreciate that. Yes, congratulations, Lori. And you'll get a pack of the paper and a half a pack of the shimmer dots, excuse me. The class is $40 for in-person or porch pickup, and $47 if you want me to ship it to you. So let me know if you want to get in on that class. I need reservations made by the 28th of May. And we will have fun with this one. It's got a lot of different designs in the paper. So anyway, that's all I have for you guys tonight. I will see you on Sunday night at 6:30. Have a wonderful rest of your week. I appreciate you guys so much. Thanks a lot. Good night.